Sun Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Watson. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. He dumps it off to Barkley. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? It's who are the freshest guys coming off.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They will run for the first time here with White. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Willis. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
To throw on second down, Willis. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. From the gun on 3rd down, Willis. He's got his man. It's White. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, step it back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27. From the gun, Willis. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Willis. And a dump off to White. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD,
when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. And trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And shedding a man at the 40. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Looking to throw on second down. Willis, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 49er touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
To throw on second down, Willis. The open man is Westbrook.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, here's White. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, Willis. And his throw here's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Off play action. Willis. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, and sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. This is White on the screen. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Bullock's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And Shark calls it in.
Bring it!
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Now Gold for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Looking to throw on second down. Willis. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Off of play action, it's Watson. Touchdown 49ers. DJ Chark with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Niners 21, Titans 6.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted.
You thought you had it.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Gold for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Makes the score Niners 28, Titans 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's caught. This is White. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the Titans' 48-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Watson, flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
They stay on the ground with White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they work this out past the 25.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Willis. Looking long for Westbrook. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Watson's throw taken in by Chark.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
They'll get this to the rookie from Florida. That's Kadarius Toney. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Shoves him away. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now it's the backup Tannehill. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flush to his right. Jones goes diving, and he's got it. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away. And
Watson's going to throw it here. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Watson over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Ain't no joke out here right now.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They